From the small stages of East Toledo to the verge of a nationwide album, tonight we begin our four-part exclusive interview with Crystal Bowersox. A lot has happened since American Idol ended, and we start with a new album, an album due out next month. What are some of your inspirations as you're putting this thing together?
The album it's a mix of songs, you know, from my life, songs from way back when and up until, you know, just recently. There's one that I wrote right after I went to San Francisco, my first time hanging out in Haight-Ashbury and getting the whole, you know, West Coast San Fran vibe. That one's on there, and just my inspiration, really. I just want to make a good record with songs that are true to my heart lyrically, and the music is raw and organic. I want you to be able to hear the pick hitting the strings, and you know, and all of that. And when I went into the studio, and I told David Bendeth, he's producing the album, that I wanted to do everything live. I was like, one take, live, that's it. And he had a minor stroke. But we found a mix of like kind of a live hybrid, and you know, some parts are live and then we'll patch in on other things. But yeah, I don't know, as far as inspiration goes, I'm just ready to do this. I've been, you know, playing gigs since I was 10 and never really could afford to make a professional album and have, you know, pay good players to come in and do things and you know, have the input that I have now. I'm just really blessed to be able to do what I'm doing right now.
What's the most difficult part about putting an album together?
The most difficult part about putting the album together is making everyone on the team happy. You know, like I have a certain vision, the producer has a certain vision, the label has a certain vision, and then the fans are expecting a certain something. So somehow trying to take all of those opinions and all these factors and put them together and really make it good for everyone.
Is that difficult? Do you find yourself butting heads with people, or is it cordial?
Well, if you ask my producer, you say yes, but we hug it out. There are some, you know, creative differences and things, and, you know, I wanted it this way, or you think it should be this way, and, you know, we find a happy medium in there, and I'm, you know, I listen back to the tracks and things, we're almost done now, so it's exactly what I wanted.
So what's the best part about making an album, aside from the fact that you are making an album?
The best part about making an album now is just being able to do it. Having the resources to do it, and the label behind me, and trying to see my vision for it, and you know, working with the musicians. The guys are great. The players that are on the album are just great. They're some of Billy Joel's guys, and like, you know, they got tons of stories about the biz and things that they've done, and you know, they're just good-hearted people, and they really feel the music. They like the job. They came into it and they're like, oh, okay, American Idol, we're going to do this, it's a job. And then as, you know, they learn the songs and we're getting to know each other, just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So.
How would you describe the album, and what's the best pitch you would have for it?
It's between country and rock and roll. It's somewhere in there. Some of the songs are really country, but like old school country, not new pop country. And then some of the songs are, you know, throwbacks to, you know, retro funk and soul, and there's a lot of different flavors in there. You can definitely hear all of my influences and the music that's been important to me in my life.
Tomorrow night, Crystal talks about life after American Idol, which includes her opinions and thoughts being broadcast on national TV. Again, that's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.